On today's video, I'll be taking you on a scenic driving tour of the master plan community Windsong Ranch, nestled in Prosper, Texas. We'll delve into the exciting developments here, exploring the new construction offerings from various builders and showcasing the available lots. Join me as we cruise through the diverse amenities that Windsong Ranch has to offer, from sprawling parks and serene trails to state-of-the-art recreational facilities. This community's commitment to active living and family-friendly spaces is truly evident. We'll also take a glimpse into the future as we drive past the upcoming areas designated for new schools set to enhance the educational landscape of Windsong Ranch. Whether you're seeking a vibrant community for your family or a tranquil haven for retirement, Windsong Ranch promises an array of options to suit your lifestyle and preferences. Let's embark on this journey together and discover if Windsong Ranch could be the perfect place to call home for you. So that makes sense. Howdy folks, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a neighborhood tour over Windsong Ranch, giving you the 2024 update with this community. It has been 2 years since I did a neighborhood tour through this area and this community, showing you guys kind of what was back then in 2022. We're now here in 2024, and a whole bunch of things have changed since then. So we'll be heading back to the further part of the neighborhood where all the new construction is going in. But at the start of this video, we're just gonna kind of get a refresh on kind of the older area around Windsong Ranch. We'll go around the amenity centers. They got new amenity centers coming in. They also had some new schools coming in up on the north side as well, but I'll get into all the details with all the builders that are currently releasing lots. Some of them are on their closeouts or getting close to it. Some of them are already completely closed out, no longer anymore, but we will start here at the Commons, which is one of the first amenity centers over here at Windsong Ranch. Now, this one's right at the beginning of the community. It is gonna come with some tennis courts. It's got a little splash pad, pool area. Everyone's rolling up here with their golf carts. There's also some bench seating areas, basketball courts, and then they also put in some small pickleball courts, and I think they're gonna be adding some more pickleball courts into some other areas as well. But this is at the front of the neighborhood. We'll go across and show you guys some of the older homes in here as well. And we are on the south side of the community right now, so all of these homes are the closest to 380 and getting out of this neighborhood. If you are looking at new construction homes on the north side of this neighborhood, you're probably not even gonna deal with driving through the neighborhood to get onto 380. You're honestly probably just gonna take Parvin or some of the other roads that are a little bit further north and take that out to Dallas Parkway. But some of those roads still need to develop and get built out. They're not completely done yet, but I will be driving up to that area here in a little bit. But we're just gonna be going through kind of the older areas of Windsong Ranch. So if you are thinking about pre-owned homes, there are gonna be some, I don't want to say cheaper homes, but relatively cheaper than maybe some of the new construction, kind of depending. There are some really legit custom homes already built out here that are older, that are always going to be more expensive than some of the new construction stuff that's getting built with some of kind of the lower end builders. We're going to take Windsong Ranch Parkway all the way up, go by the lagoon as well, and then we're going to wrap it around once we go through the new construction area, and then we're going to take Teal back down going south and show you guys kind of what's on the outside of this neighborhood too. And this intersection that we just pulled up to is First Street. Now, previously on my older video that I did through here, this was just a stop sign that they had put within this community. They've now changed it to street lights. Going left there would take you out to Fish Trap 423, and then you'd be able to take that down south into Frisco or keep going up into the Aubrey area. And then going right would take you further out to the Dallas Parkway, and they finally connected those roads to get out to that way pretty easy. They're still working on some of the areas around Legacy to kind of build that part out, but there are a lot of roads right now within Prosper getting expanded. You'll also notice with Windsong Ranch, lots of green space within these areas, lots of walking trails. I will say, if you're kind of looking in the Prosper market and you're looking at Mosaic and you're looking at Star Trail and you're looking at Windsong Ranch, I think the number one thing with Windsong Ranch that I've gotten feedback on is that families will think they like Windsong Ranch. They'll look at videos of Windsong Ranch. They'll come across videos like this on YouTube. They'll see Instagram Reels. They'll see all this publicity around Windsong Ranch. They'll actually then get into Windsong Ranch and be like, whoa, this is too much. Too many homes, too many people. So that's kind of what I would say the con with this neighborhood is that there's really just a lot of people within here compared to some of the other master plan communities that are getting built. If you like these types of builders and still want to have a lot of amenities within it, but not too many people, and still having some on-site elementary schools. I think Star Trail's kind of the one that I jumped to, but price points are going to be a little bit more expensive within there. The lagoon is here over to the left, so there's a ton of people out this weekend. We just had July 4th, so I'm sure they were having a bunch of celebrations. They've got some food trucks that come out here, some snow cones. They do some events also around this area, but the lagoon is a big selling point for people over here. Not going to really have a lot of other lagoon type amenities in these other neighborhoods around Prosper. This is really going to be the only one that's like this. However, there are some megatel communities that are bringing some other lagoons with them too. So if you are looking for a lagoon community, you're going to have to go further north up into Salina, or you're going to have to shoot over into Princeton, where they're putting some other lagoon communities in. But those builders within there are not going to be at the level with this community. You are going to have a different price point, but just know that the builders in those communities are just going to be a lot different than what's going on here. It's not that I really get a lot of buyers that come in and the first thing they ask me is like, hey, I need to be in a community with the lagoon. I just think this is definitely an added benefit with this one here. And then you'll start to see some of the new neighborhoods on this backside. Everything on this south side is closed up. I've kind of come across 1 or 2 homes that are getting built new construction on this south side, but for the most part, it's really all complete now. And then once you jump over this other side on Prosper Trail, or north of Prosper Trail, is when you get into the other new communities in here. Let me pop into the Peninsula. This is kind of what you can expect. Some of these other new custom homes coming in, and we'll drive over there in a second with Huntington Homes and Partners in building. But this was Belclair back in the day when they were building. I say back in the day, this was only a few years ago, so these homes in here are still relatively new. They're just a little bit older. So we're sitting back in like 2021, 2020, 2023s within here. Maybe some 2023s within here, but I think they wrapped up most of their stuff by 2023. But these are going to be more of the custom feel homes over here. And I would say just about every little neighborhood has walking trails really close to it. I don't feel like there's really a neighborhood where you're going to be away from some walking trails. Maybe if you're more in the heart of the neighborhood, but then if you're in the heart of the neighborhood, you're going to be closer to those amenity centers that are located within Windsong Ranch. Now there's going to be 4 amenity centers within here, and I'll get to those details, kind of break all those down here in a second. But we're going to head back even further now and get to the first builder. Now the other details I'm going to mention real quick is that we are within Denton County. The tax rate in here is going to be 1.95%. HOA is going to range from $2,168 per year up to $2,175 per year. You're also going to have townhomes within here. Those townhomes are going to be like $234 per month, and at the end of this video we'll drive by the townhomes and I'll show you guys kind of that. There's also like a little bit of a retirement adult living community as well called the Villas, but that will be towards the end of this video when we hook a U-turn and head back down towards 380 going down Teal Parkway. All right, we're gonna go a little bit further. Now, once we start wrapping around here, you'll start seeing out to the left is where some of those custom partners in building, Huntington Homes, and then a little bit further behind that is where Southgate, Normandy, Coventry, Tradition Homes, and they are across this bridge here. So if you're looking at some of these Tradition Homes, Southgate Homes, Normandy Homes, Normandy's a little bit closer to Teal Parkway, but I would say it's more of the Tradition Homes that are kind of put a little bit further back into this neighborhood. And if you're gonna be back in this area, just know it's gonna take you a little bit longer to actually get out of the community. They are building a new community center up here. It's not really perched up on a huge hill over here, but it does come with a small little view. Over on the right side, not really showing it on camera, maybe you saw a little bit of it, but those are all the model homes up along there for Southgate Homes, Tradition, and this area that they're putting custom homes is called the Pinnacle. Now, I didn't pull any details out for Partners in Building and Huntington Homes. They also have Shattuck Custom Homes coming within here, but right now, over in this side, I'm not really gonna pull any details with these builders because there's not really a whole bunch left, and these homes are in like the 2 million plus range. So not every person that's coming to watch this video is really going after this. I think more people coming to watch this video are going after kind of that 800 to low $1 million range. But this area of the Pinnacle is super nice. You're can see some of these homes kind of have a mix of modern, traditional. You have that farm style look too with some of these, and then kind of looks like an Italian villa over on that right side. All right, now we're getting back into our first builder, which is going to be Tradition Homes. Now, I did just do a video over Tradition Homes on walking one of their quick move-in homes on their 61-foot lots. When I contacted the sales agent and asked them, hey, what are the incentives? What are kind of the things that you guys are doing? You know, just some details to kind of help you guys out on this video. They refused to give me any details unless I was walking in with a buyer to answer those questions. I mean, most of the other builders answered my questions. I think Southgate Homes and Normandy didn't want to give me some incentives, but Tradition was just being a little bit of a headache for me to get some answers for them. So sorry if I'm not able to give you all the details over this builder. They just, when I sent them an email, the sales agent in there just refused to answer my questions. I would also like to know, guys, right, because I'm sure you guys have different experiences with these sales agents. Please leave a comment down below if you are running into sales agents that are very rude and just not going about business the right way. I just hear stories from people about certain sales agents and things. So let me know down in the comment section about what your experience has been like with some builders, and if you felt like you were kind of treated poorly or something like that. I'm always interested to hear, because you know, I don't work with everyone at the end of the day that goes and buys new construction. So it kind of just helps me, whatever people let me know, you know, I can tell my buyers and working with families with them. So the details on Tradition Homes that I have, they have 14 floor plans for their 61-foot lots and their 71-foot lots. They're going to be priced from $774,000 starting up to about $1 million starting. Their smallest one-story plan is going to be the 4511. That's a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,640 square feet starting at $774,000, and that is for their 61-foot lots. The biggest one-story for the 71-foot lots is the Plan 5551. That is a 3-bed, 3.5 bath, 3,592 square feet, starting at $999,000. The smallest 2-story plan is the 4511. That is a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 3,332 square feet, starting at $846,000. The biggest 2-story plan is the 4531. That is the 3-bed, 3.5 bath, 3,609 square feet, starting at $879,000. And their quick move-ins, they have 6 on their website, priced from $924,000 up to $1,246,000, and those are available now and also going to be available up until December 2024 for closing. Here is the plat map. The brown is going to show the model home. The orange is going to be the 61-foot home sites. Those are going to be the 4,500 plans for the 61-foot lots, and then the yellow is going to be the 71-foot lot home sites, and those are going to be the 5,500 plans. Red is going to be sold, and purple is going to be inventory. On the outside of this community, there is a walking trail that goes around here too, so really close to that. Even though you're a little bit back further on this west side of the community, there is a walking trail next to here. These are pretty close to the look of the homes that are over in Mustang Lakes as well. When it comes to kind of the curb appeal and the driveway with the pavers, and some of the floor plans I think are similar as well. And this is just a small little area that Tradition Homes is building into, so they still have plenty of availability right now. They opened up their next phase. They're building on like a little bit more of the south. There are some nice lots along here that actually face out towards this walkway, and there's no neighbor actually across the street from you, and it would be pretty cool to have one of these homes along here and have a nice little porch and be able to sit out on your porch, watch the storms come in, watch the sun go down. You're not really elevated to really where you're gonna see the sunset, but you know, some of these homes that are facing out towards the southwest, I think if you put a porch on it, it would be like kind of a nice area to sit and be able to look out towards things. Sometimes I don't understand why people put porches when they're just looking straight at another neighbor. I don't really feel like you're ever gonna use that porch, and I would have rather have used that for more square footage on the inside of the home rather than having a porch, but it's kind of just a toss-up between kind of what do you want to do. The other thing too is that they have 86-foot lots in here, but those 86-foot lots are actually zoned for Windsong Ranch Elementary, and these homes in here are actually zoned for Bryant Elementary. They did also just release Prosper ISD new zoning, so I'll throw up a map right now, but also go on to Prosper ISD's website. They have Richland High School that's going to be opening here soon, and then some other schools on this north side of the community are also going to be opening. So there are going to be a lot of changes over this next 2 years with the zoning on the schools, so just kind of want to keep up to date with that. The next builder we're going to talk about is Southgate Homes. They're also doing 61-foot lots and 71-foot lots within here. You have the Southgate model home here, and then you have the Bloomfield model as well. And then this one is going to be the Tradition Home model and also the Coventry Home model within there. So that's all kind of the line. And then we're going to go down bridges. And this is going to take us a little bit further back where the Bloomfield Homes and the Coventry Homes are getting built. But we're going to talk about Southgate real quick because we're going to go down this way, and this is going to take us over where these Southgate Homes are. So for Southgate Homes, they're going to have their 61-foot lots, 5 floor plans starting at $809,000 up to $944,000. They only have one 1.5 story plan. That's the Chase 2. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,047 square feet starting at $809,000. The smallest 2-story plan for their 61-foot lots is the Grayson 2 plan. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,292 square feet starting at $866,000. The biggest 2-story plan is the Pembroke 2. It's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,757 square feet, starting at $919,000. For their 71-foot lots, they have 6 floor plans, starting at $989,000 up to $1,130,000. The smallest 2-story plan is the Ashland 3. That's a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 3,598 square feet, starting at $989,000. The biggest 2-story plan is the Montgomery 4. That's a 5-bed, 5.5 bath, 4,298 square feet, starting at $1,130,000. For their plat map, the light green is what is going to be available. Red is going to be sold. White is going to be the future released lots, and dark green is going to be the quick move-in. For their quick move-ins, their 71-foot lots, they have 3 on their website. They're available now till December. Those are listed at $1,170,000 up to $1,300,000. And then their 61-foot lots, they have 6 quick move-ins available. Those are ready now to December, and those are currently listed at $894,000 to $1,190,000. Some of these homes that you're seeing right now are going to be Southgate Homes. Some of them are going to be Bloomfield Homes. Some of them are going to be Coventry Homes, and there also was some American Legend when American Legend was building in here, and they've closed out now. But you can see some of these Southgate Homes. So there's one that just got sold in blue. I'm also seeing a lot of blue homes. I don't know about the blue. I've seen some light blue ones with some like wood on it, or light brown wood that kind of like looks tasteful, but man, some of these painted blue brick homes, it's just like, I don't know if that's what we should be doing. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. All right, here's some of the other Southgate homes. I'm gonna turn back around and get to where some of the new construction is going in at. This is the road that kind of takes you further back to that Tradition Home area that we were just in. If we kept following this road, it'd kind of swing us back around to where that Tradition Home area is being built at. And then these homes here, actually, some of them have some balconies to them, 2nd-story balconies. Awesome views, because you're just looking at tree lines. So whoever got these lots, good on you. And you can see some of these park areas in here, pretty simple. With this park area, just trees and maybe some benches. Go down this way. And then this is where some of the Coventry and Bloomfield homes are getting built. Also, some of these Southgate homes are also getting put over in this area. We'll get more to the Southgate area here in a second. Let me talk about Coventry real quick, because we were just in that section with Coventry Homes. Now, if you're looking at Coventry Homes and you're looking at Berryline, I think I'm saying that right, Berryline, maybe that's how you say it. There is a row of Coventry Homes that are currently available, and they're over on this right side. You might be like, why are all these available right now? Well, they are across the street from the gorgeous Windsong Ranch Cemetery. I don't think it's actually called the Windsong Ranch Cemetery, but there is a cemetery right across the street from all of these Coventry lots here. So I'm gonna guess that these are probably gonna be some of the last homes sold or last lots taken within the community. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't recommend any of these. I can't. It's just, they should have just made this into a park. Like, really, the developer or whoever was making this, they should have just made the park across the street from the cemetery. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really want a cemetery in the neighborhood to be next to anything, but I think they would have been a lot better off putting a park across the street there than lots, because I just think it's going to be so hard to sell that. And then the resell on that, I don't even want to imagine like having a resell, unless you're going to be in that house for 20 years. Like, good luck, brother. For Coventry Homes, they are on their phase 6. They are only doing one phase, and we're just driving through it all right now. It then goes into the Southgate Homes and the Coventry Homes, but over on this side, this is where Coventry is getting built. So we're still on that northwest side of the community. For their 50-foot lots, they have 9 floor plans ranging from $641,000 up to $767,000. Their smallest one-story is the Concord. That's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,110 square feet, starting at $641,000. The biggest one-story is the Carson plan. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,503 square feet, starting at $673,000. Their smallest 2-story plan is the Tatum. That's a 3-bed, 2.5-bath, 2,573 square feet, starting at $677,000. The biggest 2-story plan is the Jordanton. That's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,295 square feet, starting at $767,000. And then for their quick move-ins, they have 2 on their website for their 50-foot lots. They're priced from $731,000 to $750,000. Those are going to be available August 2024. The lot premiums range from 0 to 20K, and these lots have about 135 depth to them, maybe a little bit smaller in some areas. And then for their 76-foot lots, they have 9 floor plans starting at $982,000 to $1,100,000. The smallest one-story is the Crockett. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,148 square feet, starting at $1 million. The biggest one-story is the Natalia. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,190 square feet, starting at $982,000. Smallest 2-story plan is the Ames, 4-bed, 3.5-bath, 3,465 square feet, starting at $1,030,000. And the biggest 2-story is the Pineland. That's a 4-bed, 3 full-bath, 2 half-bath, 4,168 square feet, starting at $1,090,000. For their quick move-ins, they just had one that was priced at $1,089,000, and that will be available September of 2024. And the other builder that's right around this area that's also building right next to Coventry is going to be Bloomfield Homes. Now for Bloomfield Homes, they are building 50s, 61, and some 66-foot lots. For their 61-foot lots, they have 21 floor plans ranging from $695,000 up to $802,000. Their smallest one-story plan is, again, the Jasmine, 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,098 square feet, starting at $695,000. Their biggest one-story plan is the Carolina. That's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,313 square feet, starting at $703,000. The smallest 2-story plan is the Dogwood 3. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,333 square feet, starting at $704,000. The biggest 2-story plan is the Magnolia 3, 5-bed, 3.5-bath, 3,754 square feet, starting at $795,000. For their 66-foot lots in here, they have 18 floor plans ranging from $760,000 to $908,000. The smallest one-story is the Hawthorne. That's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,235 square feet, starting at $760,000. The biggest one-story is the Caraway, 3-bed, 2.5-bath, 2,519 square feet, starting at $765,000. Smallest 2-story plan is the Hawthorne 2. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,752 square feet, starting at $802,000. Biggest 2-story plan is the Bellflower 4. That's a 5-bed, 4.5-bath, 4,226 square feet, starting at $908,000. The sales agent did tell me that their most popular floor plans right now that they're seeing is the Rose 2 plan, the Seaberry, and the Bellflower 4. For the plat map, they just have the blue home sites on their website, so you can see some of those lots. The smaller ones are going to be those 50s, and then on the south side you see the bigger ones. Those are going to be more of the 61, 66-foot lots. And their lot premiums are going to range from $0 to $50K, depending on where it's located at within the community and how big the lot is. To go under contract with Bloomfield Homes is going to be $20K down and then 50% at the design center. The current incentives that they are running is $30K towards design and $5,000 towards seller concession and title. Then for their quick move-ins for Bloomfield Homes, that was the other thing I was going to mention. 50-foot lots, they don't have anything quick move-in. They have their 61-foot lots. They have 2 on their website, priced from $891,000 to $969,000. Those are available September 2024. And then their 66-foot lot, they have 1 on their website. That one is priced at $1,041,000, and that one is going to be available also September of 2024. So they got like 3 quick move-ins coming. They have a few other lots available. Bloomfield doesn't have a whole bunch of lots within here. The other builders have a little bit more than what Bloomfield has right now, or what they're gonna end up having. All right, now we're in the section of Normandy Homes. We'll go by their model home, which of course they painted in blue. And also, if you're thinking about painting your brick, just really think long and hard about it, because I have ran into some situations now where I have a pre-owned, or I have a buyer who's looking at pre-owned houses, and the house has been painted, but you walk up to the house and it's like the paint is chipped away. You can start to see the previous brick. I feel like they're not actually lasting as long as what the builder is telling you that the paint is rated. Just personally for me, owning a house comes with a bunch of maintenance, and if you can limit that maintenance, that's kind of the side that I would rather be on, right? Like, you know, painting your house could just become more maintenance later on in the future, because it's paint on brick. And so it could end up, you know, I've just ran into situations where I've taken a buyer to a house and then the painted brick is all chipped away and they're just like, yeah, I actually don't want to buy this. So at first, when you first move into it, it looks all nice and pretty and painted. It's all pretty and painted. But then, you know, Texas heat, the weather, the hail, it's just kind of something to think about. The other homes that you're seeing within here is going to be Trophy Signature. Now, Trophy Signature is also sold out. They didn't have a lot of lots. It was kind of the same thing as Bloomfield Homes, where there just wasn't a lot. So the Trophy Signature is done, but you can kind of see some of the Trophy Signatures within here, as well as some of the Normandy Homes and the lots that are available. For Normandy Homes, they're going to have about 130 depth on them. They are selling 50s and 61-foot lots. For their 50-foot lots, they have 9 floor plans, priced from $659,000 to $803,000. For their smallest 1-story, it's the Benoit, but they only have one-story plan. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,486 square feet, starting at $659,000. The smallest 2-story plan is the Duvet. That's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 2,869 square feet, starting at $659,000. Biggest 2-story plan is the Versailles. That's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,415 square feet, starting at $803,000. And then the 61-foot lots, they have 3 floor plans ranging from $766,000 to $820,000. Smallest 2-story plan is going to be the Pascal 2. That's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,186 square feet, starting at $766,000. The biggest 2-story plan is the Versailles 2. That's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,423 square feet, starting at $820,000. For the Plat Matte Blue is going to be available. Red is going to be sold. The beige is going to be future release. The dark blue is the model, and then the green is going to be the quick move-in. And to go under contract with them, it's going to be $40K earnest. That's what I expect the Southgate home also to be. Now, sometimes they change up this earnest money, sometimes they don't. I believe it's been $40K this whole time for Normandy Homes, but the incentives do kind of change just depending on the month. All right, now we're done with all the builders that are currently releasing things. I am gonna head over to the overlook where the 71-foot Southgate homes are coming in. The Southgate homes that we were looking at, kind of driving around before, were the 61-foot lots. And now we're gonna head over to the 71-foot lots that are on the north side and the east side of Teal Parkway. Over on the left is the new middle school that's getting put into this north side of Windsong Ranch. So this will be opened going into the next, I don't believe this is going to open August. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. I think this is going to open the next year. Maybe they had it planned to open sooner, but yeah, I mean, we're already in July and that don't look done yet. This is Teal Parkway. So going left would take you to Parvin. Turning right on Parvin would then take you to the south side of the Mosaic. So that's how close we are to that neighborhood. Also, same developer is building within there. Also across the street from that middle school, this land over here is zoned for another high school. So there is Richland High School that's coming in on the south side along 380, and then there is another high school that is zoned currently right now from what I'm seeing. And then over on this left side, you can kind of see that model home kind of popping out, but this is where these 71-foot lots are going to be, and this is on Prosper Trail, and they don't have this road connecting all the way through yet. I would expect that to come over the next 6 to 8 months most likely, and this will connect out further to Star Trail. But this is where these 71-foot lots are going in. There's another park that's going to be coming in over on the east side of this little neighborhood here, but you are going to be a little bit further away from the other amenity centers. But this is a quieter part of the neighborhood. So if you're looking at, hey, you know, Windsong Ranch is crazy with all these homes and everything, and you want to kind of be in one little area that's a small little nook that's not going to have a lot of people around it, that's going to be easy to get out to a main road and not have to sit in stop signs or anything like that, this is kind of the area I would look at. But the price points are going to be up in that $1 million range and above at 1.3 million, and so that's definitely going to be out of some people's budget. But that's just kind of the deal with this community here. And then you're going to get this walking trail on the outside. So like I was saying, a lot of these areas come with their own walking trails and things like that. I did want to quickly break down all of the amenity centers that are within here, and I printed out this piece of paper. So let me kind of break all this down. So for the lagoon, it is going to be a 5-acre lagoon. It's going to be 8 foot deep, 3 expansive white sand beaches, kayak and paddleboard rental, pavilion with grilling stations, beach volleyball, and a children's play area. Within the commons, which was that first amenity center that we drove by, that's going to have the Windsong Ranch Cafe, tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts, fitness center, resort-style pool, lap pool, children's splash park, event lawn and dock, outdoor living room with fireplace, indoor and outdoor lounging areas. Then there's the Bridge Amenity Center, which is coming soon, under construction. That one is going to have a catering kitchen, large seating area with the fireplace, fun gathering spots, large open spaces, amphitheater style seating, trails and parks weaving throughout, large pond with outdoor seating as well. And then there is the courthouse, which is also under construction, and that is going to have racket courts, social gathering area, and also a beer garden, which is interesting. I haven't seen any beer gardens within these other communities. School district within here is going to be Prosper ISD. It's going to be zoned for Windsong Ranch Elementary on the south side of the community, and then on the north side of the community it's going to be Bryan Elementary School. And then for the middle school, it is going to be Rushing Middle School, and for the high school it is going to be Prosper High School. But those two are going to change here for some areas of this community. Now there's might be the south side of Windsong Ranch that might still become zoned for Rushing, and then this new middle school, the north side, kind of like what they're doing with the elementary school. And then the same thing could happen with the high school as well, and one section of the high school going to Richland, and then one section of the high school going to the new high school that's zoned. Now that new high school that's zoned is, they haven't even broke ground on that. It's going to take a lot longer. They got to finish up Richland High School first before they get to anything else. The commute out of here down to Dallas is going to be about 45 minutes. DFW Airport, 35 minutes. Frisco is 5 minutes to 15 minutes away. 5 minutes just to get over into technically the city of Frisco, but more like 15 to 20 to actually be in the area of Frisco that you want to be around with all the amenities, the shopping. And then out to Fort Worth from this area is going to be an hour away. Nearest grocery store is going to be 5 minutes away, which is the HEB. That's going to be on 423 and 380. There's also a Kroger over here as well that you can shop at. And the nearest hospital is going to be 15 minutes away, the Texas Health, that's located over in Frisco. We're now going south down Teal Parkway. So we kind of have done like a U-turn around this whole community. We went up through Windsong Ranch Parkway, and now we're looping back around, and now we're on the east side of the community going south, headed back towards 380. So over on the left side, not going to be Windsong Ranch. Over on the right is where Windsong Ranch is going to be, but I did want to show you kind of the other areas around here. Prosper Elms is the apartment complex on this outside. I have had a few families tell me that they would not recommend that area, so I don't know what's going on with that apartment complex. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I can't really speak on it. I don't live there. I don't really know anything about it, but I have had a couple families tell me about it, and they had a bad experience with it. So that's kind of the deal with that. The other neighborhood along here is Artesia, and that's just going to be an older neighborhood. Over on that side, a lot of other amenities within that neighborhood as well, but not like Windsong Ranch. And then I wanted to take you guys by the last area, which is going to be the townhomes that are back on this southeast side of the community. I did also break down some stats for this community. So I broke it in from townhomes and single family. So for the townhomes active right now, there's 8 townhomes active. The average is a 2020 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,593 square feet. Currently active around $483,000 at $307 per square foot. And then for the closed townhomes, there's been 9 townhomes that have closed within the past 90 days. And the average was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,684 square feet. A 2020 closed at $501,000 at $298 per square foot. So there is kind of a range on these townhomes. The cheaper townhomes are going to be those villas. That's because it's kind of the retirement. You have to be above 55 plus to buy within there. But these townhomes here are just open to anyone or for sale for anyone over on this side. And this was Grandier that was building these townhomes. For the single family right now active, there's 52 homes active on the MLS. The average is a 2021 5-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,972 square feet at an average of $1,205,000 at $296 per square foot. Now, the minimum single family house was a 2014 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,541 square feet, listed at $729,000 at $224 per square foot. And on the high end, there is a 6-bed, 6 full bath, 3 half bath, 7,251 square feet, listed at $2,850,000 at $585 per square foot. So that is a bit skewed, telling you, you know, the average is $1,200,000, but I just kind of want to give you guys an idea on kind of the difference between the low end in here at like a 2014 and 2016, and then all the way up at a high end here with those custom homes that are in the like 2.8, 2.5 with those Huntington Partners in building and those Shattuck custom homes within some of those areas. So you are going to have 2 million plus in here, but you are also going to have sub 1 million. Now, right on the outside of Teal Parkway is going to be where Richland High School is. So you can see that right now. And then a lot of these cars coming in are coming off 380, driving down this one lane. So there is traffic in some of these areas getting back further. Now that's the other thing with Windsong Ranch, and why some people I think choose Star Trail over Windsong Ranch, is that Star Trail is just way less of a headache to kind of get out of in the mornings, especially if you're a commuter, because it's right up along the Dallas North Tollway rather than Windsong Ranch. That's kind of one of the things I hear from buyers of mine and why they chose some of the other areas than Windsong Ranch. And then you can see more ponds over on this side, on the north side of First Street, bunch more walking trails. But that is going to do it for Windsong Ranch in this video. This was a long one today, so hopefully a few of you watched this full video. I'm sure not all of you are going to watch this video, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't even going to click on this video because they saw how long it is, but hopefully that kind of gave you an in-depth view on the update for Windsong Ranch right now and what everything looks like. If you guys have any questions about the builders within here, or looking at some pre-owned, or trying to buy within the Prosper or Salina market, or even the Frisco market, any of these areas in North Texas, please send me a text or give me a call. I have all my information down below on how to contact me. Other than that, peace out, y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.